Hey you guys, this is Cree, and you're tuning in to the right side of 50. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's great. So I just wanted to, basically touch base again. It's always the mental health at this time, that I've been talking about lately. But, you know, I've said this in the very beginning. I really want this channel to be about mental health, sure, but just going through the process. So um, I figure if anything, I'll probably attract um, an older crowd, 40 and up. And I'm not calling you old um, for you new found 40s. But I'm just saying just different things that you find yourself going through. So that could be mentally, physically, things that you do now that you wouldn't have done years ago, the changes that you see. Uh, we'll even eventually get into uh, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, where you're at, things that maybe you're embarrassed to talk about. Don't know. We're funny creatures, so we can talk about certain things but can't talk about other things. I'm not sure how that works. But, anyway, so many differences going on, so many things. It has nothing to do with the day and age. This is what's always been. Women, they like to tell you the biggest thing. If you got a good doctor who's got a good bedside manner, he's going to tell you. He's going to say really the only difference between you now and, you know, 10 years ago, 20 years ago is um, your ability to have children, okay? Or healthy children. Because we know that women at 50 or around 50, um, there's still ones that are capable, but there's a lot of risk to that. And, without a lot of the assistance with science, it's not that it's impossible, but we're looking at statistics. So I gather if you're in another country and you're not polluted with all this um, food that we consume in America, then you probably are more likely to be able to create life at that age. Maybe healthy, maybe not. Everybody's opinion is different on that. I'm not here to judge if you choose to have children. What do they say? Maternally advanced age, which is really, they say over 35. I'd say 40 and up, but it is possible because I've known people who had children in their 40s. Okay, so if that's what you choose to do, great. But you still will see, take the childbearing out of it, you still see variances and differences in your body. Genetics plays a part in a lot of things, and then the aging process plays a part in others. Um, so that is kind of, I'd say 40, maybe 40 and up. I think the most thing that people see at that age differences, um, I can't think of anything really that I seen at 40. Um, I think most of the changes that I start seeing were maybe over 45, okay? For myself anyway. And having a few grays, I mean, that came in my four. You know what? I think I had 2 or 3 strands of gray at maybe 38, 39. But the having a little bit more, not a lot, but I still have it. And I know genetics plays a part with that, and then just your everyday life. But that probably started in my 40s, where I start really seeing, I'll say even more so over 45, where I started seeing a little bit more. But the gray doesn't so much bother me. I think just over time, the hair, it just, I don't know, the hair doesn't seem as, my hair is not as full as it used to be. So I can create the illusion, I guess, if I really had to, but it's just not as full as it used to be. So that's something I've noticed, and I know they say that you start losing, um, your hair thins because you're losing, so many out of the follicle. I don't know if it, or I don't know if it's a day every day, or I don't know how that works. Um, I had some hormonal fluctuations in my 40s as well, and that caused some differences in my body or my hair. Your skin, sometimes your skin seems to take a hit too. Never been one to have acne, unless it was during the hormonal time, my cycle, something like that. I might get an occasional, bump here or there. Um, that's really about it. Now, pretty much the same, but I still see, um, you know, a couple of blemishes that I didn't have before. And again, I know it's just, I actually went through some sort of weird facial outbreak. I was maybe mm, 46, 47. I I got a lot of like black spots in my face. Um, I don't even know where that came from. And it took some time. It wasn't like 1 month or 2 months. It took some time for them to fade. I'd say maybe over a course of a year. I don't think it was anything in particular that I did. It just pretty much faded off on its own. So I don't know what I was going through, but I know I was going through some hormonal fluctuations, during that time, definitely. So a couple other little physical variances or physical differences, but um, the weight, when you try to lose weight, I do notice it's a little bit harder than maybe what it used to be. But yeah, I deal with it. It's nothing that's depressing. It's just what it is. So, um, muscle tone, you do tend to lose that, and some people maybe don't see a difference. Now, me, I won't lie. I don't work out like I should. And especially with this at the age I am, I have to get back on tune with that because you know, when you get to this point, that's a no no. My mom always told me, she said, even if you don't do anything else, walk. Drink your water, of course, which I do, but walk. And I was in habit of doing that for years. And then it seems like over the last few years, it's slowed down. So now I try to do it, even if it's just 10 minutes. I try to do it, but I won't lie, I'm not consistent with it. I'm trying to be more consistent. Um, I do now what I do for the most part, um, 8 out of 10 times is stretch. Now, the reason I do that obviously is because I can feel it. I can feel it in my joints, my shoulders, um, and I can feel it in my hips, in my joints. So, because I sit, when you have a sit down job and all you're doing is sitting, you have to get up constantly throughout the day. I do that, but I stretch when I first get up. I try to stretch to let it out, okay? Because it feels good. It feels really good. Taking your arms, placing them over your head, stretching them, that sort of thing. It really feels good. So I'm trying to get into an exercise regimen, um, something that I can stick with, and something simple to where it's so challenging that that I just accelerate or push on. Where I live, we have a workout room. I've used it a few times, but I'm not consistent. I try to do things that I can do right in my home because this is where I like to be. Okay. Um, I went out last week for my birthday, and we just went out to dinner. A group of us, and I enjoyed. I had a lot of fun. I think I was a little punchy, like like positive punchy. I was like punch drunk, whatever. I just, they thought I had been drinking. I didn't have not one drink, but it just felt good to be out with people that you love and that you want to be around. And, it was nice. And so I was all over the place. I was like a woman with little kids who, she hasn't been away. She hasn't had any girls' night, girls' time for ever. And I was like that. You'd have thought I had little kids, and I was just trying to get away from them. So, but but I enjoyed. I had fun, um, and yeah, it was nice, and that helps. That helps me mentally. Um, it was casual. We were relaxed, and it was great. I got to be with my son as well, so everything was really good there. I enjoyed it. Um, I don't know. I was can't think. No, we weren't going to do anything else. That's pretty much what we're going to do it. But you know what? That's all I needed. I didn't need anything else. I did not. I was good with just that. I was supposed to I had considered going out of town over the weekend, but it didn't happen. I ended up having to cancel. And so, I'll do another time. It's okay. I didn't really have it completely planned out what I wanted to do. I was going to go up north and just, rent a cabin for a couple of days and, and just sit back and chill, but I didn't. So it's cool. But anyway, but other than that, I mean, these are all examples. These are all things that you want to do. Some people cannot eat by themselves. Some people can't have coffee by themselves. I can. So every now and then when I have time off to myself, I will. I'll go to a cafe and I don't care. I can sit there and I can eat. That's not a problem. Sometimes that's what you need. You need alone time just to drink coffee or tea and just sit and think about things. It's not freezing out here. It's like I said, we get cool out here, but it's not freezing. It's I think it's high 60s, could be low 70s, but I think it's high 60s today. I'd have to check. But just a little sweater or like this, a little shawl is really all you need, and you're good to go. So these are nice days for walks. I did take a walk, short walk because I'm not feeling well. But it was just to get some air. So anyway, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up for you guys. I just wanted to say hello and hope everything again is well for you guys. You're working on your channel, you're working at your job, being around family, friends. Continue doing that. I mean, because that's key and that's important for our existence. Okay. All right. I will talk to you guys soon. Okay. Take care.